We're learning this evening little Nishmas.
Tzvi Menachem Mendel ben Yosef Halevi.
Tzvi Menachem Mendel ben Yosef Halevi and Rebbetzin Leah Bas Yosef, or Rebbetzin Yosef Bas Shlomo. We're going to discuss the laws of Shabbos. May the neshamas have aliyah. So, Isu Brero b'Shabbos, the prohibition of sorting on Shabbos, separating, sorting. So, things that are mixed together or separated, whether they are mixed together or separated, or if you have on a plate something that is waste and something that is real food, you're not allowed to separate them and reorganize it. Put the waste on one side, put the food on the other side, and maybe make sure the rice is on one side, peas on the other. You can't do that on Shabbos. When are you allowed to do it? So we'll first discuss when you're not allowed to do it. It says when you taking the bad out of the good, when you're taking the waste out of the food, you take out what you don't want and you leave what you want, that's forbidden. Okay? Taking out what you want, taking out what you don't want and leaving what you want on the plate, that's not good. When using an instrument to do the sorting, biblically the prohibition of sorting is with a kli, an instrument. If you're using the fork to separate. The rabbis said that even sorting with a utensil that is not designated for this is prohibited. The Torah speaks about a utensil that is designated for sorting, like maybe a diamond dealer. He has a special thing to move the diamonds right and left to, figure out which one is more valuable. But if you have to move things around in order to get to what you want, it will be permitted with three conditions. Taking food out of the non-food, taking the good out of the bad, taking the food out of the waste, taking what you want and you leaving out what you don't want, it will be permitted. You do it with your hand or using fork or spoon, knife, because they are considered as an extension of your hand. Okay, not to get your hands dirty, and when you do it for what you are going to eat right now. So the permissible way to eat on Shabbos, when you have to deal with what you don't want on the plate, is these three things. When you take the good and you leave the bad, number one. Number two is that you are using you do it with your hand or your fork and knife. You're not using a special utensil for sorting. And number three is that you're doing it for right now, for the purpose of doing it right now, for eating right now. Okay, so that's the halacha today. Shakeach.